Kobe, how you doing, man?
What's going on, my brother?
You and I spoke obviously yesterday. I had an article in the Philadelphia Inquirer and obviously on ESPN today and all of this stuff. And you had a lot to say. Talked about Dr. Jerry Buss, and just so everybody could be informed about it, you basically elaborated on how he called a meeting with you after he spoke with Jim Gray back in 2004. He met with you at the Four Seasons Hotel. Looked you dead in the face and said, "I'm not going to resign Shaq. I'm not about to pay him $30 million a year, $80 million over 3 years. No way in hell. I feel like he's getting older. His body's breaking down, and I don't want to pay that money to him when I can get value for him right now." You went on to say he said that to you, and you haven't said anything for years because you've always felt like folks were just looking to create controversy. Now you know. Now you realize how folks are trying to cover themselves. I want you to elaborate on all of that and what ultimately led to you coming out and revealing this meeting with you and Dr. Buss from back years ago.
Well, when it all happened, back then, I just assumed it was, it was just media, just, rolling with it, despite people telling me that, the Lakers were kind of having me take the bullet for this. I tried to turn a deaf ear to that. I just resigned. I wanted to be positive, and I had no evidence of the contrary. So,
right.
But then when I hear, this Laker insider, trying to throw me out there saying I was responsible for it, now I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to settle for that. And, I had to step up and voice my opinion and let people know what actually went down.
Was it a situation, Kobe, where you really never believed in your wildest dreams that Shaquille O'Neal or the Los Angeles Lakers ever truly believed that you were responsible for his departure from Los Angeles? You really felt like Shaquille O'Neal and the Los Angeles Lakers knew better and never thought that?
I honestly did, especially the Lakers, because, they knew how that situation took place. I mean, they knew what went down. They knew what they told me. And, it was just extremely disappointing to hear that. And Shaquille, I didn't think he genuinely believed that. I think the stuff that, I said, was an eye-opening thing for him, because I don't think he's ever heard me say that. He and I never had an opportunity to talk, and, I'm not sure exactly what they told him, if they were trying to, make it seem like I was responsible for him leaving and what have you, and, coming to me and telling me something different. But, I felt it was very important just to get that out there and, just to tell the truth of the matter and what actually went down.
Why did you feel finally that it was important for you to get it out there and tell the truth?
Well, because, if it was just media, if it was just people talking, I said, okay, what, I'm gonna bite the bullet on that. I can't go out there and despite, what I say, what I said, everybody wanted to believe the contrary. And now, my understanding of that is because you had Laker insiders, fueling that fire, and continuing to say that I was responsible for it, because they didn't want to stand up for their own decisions.
One of the things, and we're talking to Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers here, just thinking about this, I spoke to Shaquille O'Neal yesterday, as you well know, and just so people can know, this was his quote. He said, "I believe Kobe Bryant 100%. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind Kobe is telling the truth. I believe him 1,000%. I would have respected Dr. Buss more as a man if he would have told me that himself, because I know he said it, but he didn't tell me that. He never said a damn word to me." When you learned that Shaquille O'Neal was in complete support of you and believed what you had to say, considering y'all history, how did that make you feel?
Man, it made me feel great. Made me feel, vindicated to a certain extent, and it's a shame that, when something like that goes down, it makes you wonder, what else was going on? You know what I mean? Like, what else were they telling him? I know what they were telling me about him. What were they telling him about me?
What were the kind of things they were saying about him? I'm going to ask that question.
It's stuff like, being out of shape and not being able to perform at a high level and, not getting their money's worth out of it and, things of that nature.
So these are the things that the Los Angeles Lakers as an organization was telling you about Shaq as opposed to something you were observing yourself?
Right. I mean, these are the reasons why, part of the reasons why Dr. Buss didn't want to resign them. Now, personally, I'm gonna make my own decisions. I'm gonna think for myself. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna see what they say and this, that, and the other. But I'm gonna make my own decisions about about a person or a situation based off of based off my own sentiments of them.
Well, Kobe, here's the thing, and we're talking to Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers. With that being said, you've had some harsh remarks about Shaquille O'Neal in the past. Obviously, he's had some remarks about you as well. In light of some of the stuff that you're finding out now, or you feel like you found out, in light of Shaquille O'Neal's comments in support of you, I got to ask you, do you believe that the situation between y'all was a product of your personal relationship with Shaquille O'Neal and how it deteriorated, or do you think it's something that might have been manufactured or manipulated to some degree by the Los Angeles Lakers in light of the things that you're saying now?
Yeah, I have no doubt it was a bit of both. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt about it. Shaq and I didn't see eye to eye. I mean, he'll tell you that. I'll tell you that too. But at the same time, we had a certain level of respect for one another and how we performed on the floor. And I don't think, I definitely think that contributed to, the media storm that we faced when we were playing in L.A.
I'm talking to Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers, and even though he's usually sounding suave and smooth, y'all, it is like 9 o'clock in the morning out in Los Angeles, so he probably just woke up. But with that being said, Kobe,
I just got finished working out.
Oh, you did? You just got finished working out? All right, well, that's probably why you're in shape. Maybe I need to get in the gym early in the morning. Maybe I got to try that. But anyway, let me get back to something, Kobe, because in light of these revelations, some of the things that you're revealing, what are your feelings about the Los Angeles Lakers organization right now as we speak?
Well, it's tough because when you with the organization for 11 years, and you've been a fan of theirs growing up, and you just love everything about the organization in terms of the players and the history, and the fans and the city, and to go through something like this is extremely difficult. Finding out about the Shaq situation, and didn't promising me one thing in terms of wanting to rebuild right now, and telling Phil Jackson another thing, and it's rough, man. But I just don't see how you can rebuild that trust, and I just don't know how you can move forward in that type of situation.
Well, if you don't know how you can move forward in that situation, you're still under contract with them. Are you saying right here on this show that you want to be traded?
Yeah, I would like to be traded. Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not a situation where what I know before you reportedly said that you would like them to get Jerry West back. Are you saying now emphatically, regardless of what they've done, you want out of Los Angeles?
Yeah, I would like to be traded, and as tough as it is to say that, and as tough as it is to come to that conclusion, there's no other alternative. They obviously want to move in a different direction in terms of rebuilding. I wish they would have told me that prior to me resigning with the team. They obviously want to move in a different direction, but
they want to keep you, though, Kobe. They want to move in a different direction, but they don't want to do it without you.
Well, you got to be upfront about that, man. 3 years ago when I was resigning, they should have, told me that they wanted to rebuild, and affected my decision. But don't tell me one thing and then do another.
Is there anything that the Los Angeles Lakers could do to make you change your mind and decide that you do not want to be traded?
No.
Nothing?
No.
What about their notion that you're locked in for at least the next 2 years before you can actually opt out, and there's really nothing that you can do about that? What do you say in response to people who say you're not going anywhere, you will stay in Los Angeles, and you will be playing for the Los Angeles Lakers next season?
You know what? I just want them to do the right thing. Do the right thing, man. They know what they did. You know what I mean? They know the situation that they painted. You know what I mean? Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing. You know you was trying to rebuild. You told me something different. I resigned because of what you promised me. You know the blame that you cast upon me. You know that stuff. They know that stuff. So, just step up, do the right thing.
With that being said, since you said that there's really nothing that they can do, and them, you want them to do the right thing, and the right thing in your mind is to be traded, is there a particular team that you have a preference to go to?
Not really, man. At this point, I'll go play on Pluto right now. You know what I mean? I just want to, I just want to work hard. I just want to play, and just enjoy it and just